And if you ever owned our Wonder Knife that we sold here at the fair for 35 or 40 years, we made some changes. Made the blade a little bit longer, much stiffer, 30% harder steel, so they stay sharp even longer. The most noticeable change is the handle. Ergonomically designed to fit your hand. More importantly, they keep your knuckles up off the counter. So you don't have to cut at the end of the cutting board or cut at an angle with the tip. And every knife has the same unconditional lifetime guarantee. The blade is high carbon stainless steel. Hardened and tempered and guaranteed a lifetime, you cannot dull them. Even if you're a carpenter and cut up lumber, timberjack and chop down trees, or a plumber and cut up copper tubing. I know you don't need a knife to cut up lumber in the kitchen. How about a knife so good when you cut chicken, cut through the chicken bones? You cut ham bone, lamb bone, steak bone, and never dull it. You fishermen, the flexibility works with you. You can fillet a fish, hunters skin a deer, carve chicken, turkey, ham, or lamb, get all the meat right off the bone. Cut through frozen foods, frozen meats and bones, then take it to the breadboard. Consumer Reports says it's the best bread knife in America. For cutting fresh, hot bread right out of the oven or bread maker without crushing it. That funny-looking tip on the end is your serving fork. Pick up the meat, dip it in the gravy, set it on the tray as you carve. One more test I want to put to the edge of this knife. I challenge anybody to go home and take out any knife you have in your kitchen, do what I'm about to do, then cut what I'm about to cut it. If you go home and do anything like this with the knife you have in your kitchen, you'd wear away the edge in just a few seconds. One lady said, "That is impressive, but can you slice them real thin?" she asked me. Bless her stingy heart. I come to find out she ran a boarding house. You can cut a tomato so thin with that knife, one tomato would last you all winter long. Just think the money you'd save. Takes a very sharp knife to do that. While you cut them any thinner than those folks, they only have one side. First of all, I'll give you a second $40 knife absolutely free. So you can keep one in your tackle box and the kitchen. You buy one, you get a second one free to go with it. You get the razor sharp paring knife, great for peeling your vegetables. The one we did all the fancy garnishing and decorating with, that always goes with it. For the first time ever, we're giving a set of kitchen shears with the set. Use these for cutting up roasted chicken, trimming the fat and skin off of poultry. Kids use them for paper and cardboard, potato chip bags. Here's a knife that everyone's most excited about in our set, a rock and chop cleaver. Move your hand a little bit further up on that blade and grab hold of the control ball. You've got perfect balance and control to use as a conventional chef's knife or just rock and chop your vegetables. I'm going to give you that $40 rock and chop cleaver, absolutely free with the set. To accompany our rock and chop cleaver, we have what's called the chop and scoop cleaver. Now this is my favorite. It's a more flexible blade, but with a razor sharp straight edge, designed after a pastry knife for scraping dough off a pastry board. You can use it for that too if you do any baking. If you do any cooking at all, you'll love this knife for garlic, parsley, oregano, basil. Because it's flexible, use it as a spatula to scoop everything up, put it in a pan or in a stock pot as you cook. How about 4 more knives our company makes? Our matching set of Miracle Blade 3 steak utility knives. Same steel, same blade, same lifetime guarantee. And I've got one more for you still today. Our newly designed fillet and boning knife. So when you fillet a fish, hunters skin a deer, carve chicken, turkey, ham, or lamb, you get the meat off the bone, but look at this. If you ever catch those little tiny fish like I do all the time, you may have to make a second or watch, maybe even a third pass with that razor sharp knife, and maybe we can get one more out of there. And as you fillet the fillet a couple of times and get all the meat off the bone, nothing left but the skin.